Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to In the Studio here at Studioloo. I am doing a little bit of work today on sorting out pages for Fancy Pantry, or Fantasy Pantry as it is to become. So I have just grabbed a bunch of papers out of the stash. For those of you who watched the last video, you probably saw me get started on her. So she is firmly affixed now to the cover. She's been embossed and her body, the cabinet, is fully affixed, but she still has these very funky, wiggly, dancy arms that she can move around and do whatever she wants with. And her head also can move to reveal that little canister back there, so she can do this. And her little tootsies here are able to still move around. So I think that's a fun cover. I got the last time, right, we folded these pages and got them trimmed to go in the 5 signatures. So those are good to go. This paper is going to also go in the journal, so I might as well put it with the rest. I have pulled from stash. I grabbed some fun pages from the Graphics Fairy that I've already got folded. I'm going to do something with the back sides of them. I'm feeling like I want to do stenciling. I was thinking jelly printing, but I'm feeling maybe stenciling might be more fun. So I'm now just going to kind of try to process all these papers for the pages in the book, and then I have to probably go back and get more writing papers. These are kind of more, at least one side is more decorative. Obviously there's always writing on the back side. In my journals, I typically like to decorate them more. Like this is the kind of page I would put a pocket on because it's more decorative. Look at these macarons. So perfect for this book. So the color scheme, hopefully you're seeing it, is sort of like being inspired by a lot of petit fleur, and I'm thinking about things like, you know, in a pantry you would have obviously food, you would have herbs and plants that have been dried, things like that. So all sorts of good stuff. And lots of nice papers. So today is a busy day. I had to go on a little chore run this morning, and I'm waiting for my family to get home because I want to go tobogganing with the kids tonight. Now that everybody is feeling well again and we have this sort of weird week after our long weekend family day. I sort of felt like we didn't get out enough on family day weekend because there was some illness kind of still clearing itself out of our house. But everybody pretty much, except maybe my husband, are fully, I would say, back to the spirit of being ready to do stuff. So I think I'll be the one kind of dragging sleds up the hill tonight, but I'm okay with that. I love sledding. I think it's one of the most fun activities in wintertime. I've never been much of a skier. I like snowshoeing. Oh, this I want to cut out. These are so fun. I like snowshoeing. I like skating, but it's been a long time since I've gone skating, so I've got to get back into it. I'm just trying to find my courage. So lots of fun pattern papers. And this one I'm going to use for ephemera making. I just grabbed it out of the stash. I've got this really big box of papers. Well, actually no, I took it out of the box. It's a stack now beside my paper cabinet of a lot of papers that don't fit in my paper cabinet. A lot of them I got all at one time in kind of a huge thrift haul that I did a while ago, my recycling center. It was like basically somebody with like a whole probably scrapbooking life. Maybe, I don't know what happened, but they cleared out their stash for sure. And I got everything that day, from like inks like Ranger, you know, distress oxides, paper, punches, stamps. I mean, you name it. It was quite a stash enhancement kind of thrift haul. Probably the best one that I've ever really gotten. Okay, a couple more to go. Little sack. All right, so these are good to go already. I need to do some cutting now. I think we need to get the guillotine out. I need to measure the book again so I know what size to cut the papers to. So these ones are fine. Also fine are those. So again, I've measured this book so many times, I should write it down, but you know me, I like to fly by the seat of my pants. So about 6.5 by 10 1/4. So these need to be, it's actually not 10 1/4, it's 10 1/8. And then 6.5, which obviously these are 12 by 12 paper, so they're good. Yep, okay. So it's just going to be the one-way cut that I have to do. I don't see a branding strip on there. No, there's no branding strip. Good, good. I'll cut the branding strips off. We got our first American goldfinches at the bird feeder this week, which is exciting. It's always nice to get a new species of bird. That is fine. I just want to even it out. And then let's make sure it's not over 6. Nope, it's exactly 6. This one, that could be trimmed a little. One looks thick too. It's like ever so slightly wide. I just don't want it to poke out the edge. It's never fun to like have to go back and trim your papers after. These ones that are a little glittery, I think they're maybe a little bit wider than that 12 by 12. On a little car trip today, and I took my stitching with me for my latest 52 Flags handmade project. I was working on some satin stitch on felt. It's nice to do some stitching in the car. Okay, so those are cut. We have all these nice little scraps that I'll probably keep in my bin with this project, because those are perfect little strips for creating like pockets or what have you. They're little things that I might need. Okay, so I think now we can probably sort out the signatures for this. Dark dark in here today. I think I need to maybe adjust some of the lighting in my studio. I know I need to change a few of the bulbs because some of these bulbs are a little old, and I think it's time to put new LEDs in them. So I'll probably try to work on that. I have this big box of LED light bulbs somewhere. I have to get my husband to help me because I am not tall enough to change the light bulbs in here. Okay, so let's just start packing paper into signatures. Probably I'll go like 3 and then move on to the next one here. Because then you know you're like switching up the papers a bit. 3. I like this color scheme in this Nana's Kitchen. It's really nice. 2, 3. It's kind of nice to have like a place to begin when you're getting started making a new book, like having a bit of an inspiration from a kit. All right, so those are 3 throughout. Let's go with another 2. 1, 2. Actually, maybe we'll go 3. 1, 2, and 3. And I've got all sorts of work to do on the back sides of these papers. 1, 2, 3. 1. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, and then what do we have left? We have 1, 2, 3 pages left. Let's just spatter those in here. Then I'll go in for the writing paper probably next. One in here. Okay, so this one is an example of probably the most papers, right? Because we've added the extra. So let's see what I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 and 6 is what is in here. So that means I can have 8, 9, 10, probably 3 to 4. Just going to check my size. Oh yeah, that's still really good. 3 to 4 more pages that I can put in here for writing space. And I've got room for more width on that for sure, and also lace if I want it. So I'm going to see what papers I have that would be good writing papers and a little bit maybe wider to just bring that out. But I mean, if not, it's okay because then the lace won't stick out far if I put lace in here. And I feel like Fancy Pantry needs lace. It's just, I don't know. It's probably a good book for lace, and I've got some really nice lace that I think will work with it. So I'm going to go scrabbage around for papers, and I'll be back. All right, so I grabbed a selection of like writing papers from my paper stack, and we'll put these in. I've also found this really beautiful old cookbook, The 5 Roses Flower. It's very old and stained, and yeah, it's really great. I'm going to be making some ephemera and collaging with that. So now we can pop some papers into these signatures for writing space. That one can go there. Avocado dyed paper. Here. That one I'll set aside. We have an avocado in this already. That would be good there. And maybe a coffee dye. Now, how wide is this allowed to be? Let's just kind of use this as a guide. There. And then I'll just tear the edge off that. Here. Okay. I might do something with that edge because I know it's sticking out a little further, but it's not going to matter ultimately. Once I get lace in there, it's all going to kind of come together, and I may end up having a few more pages in here that like stick out further. But that's a start on that one. Okay. One. Two. Three. And this one. Four. This one. One. It's so nice to have so many dyed papers in my stash. It's great. I really love dyeing paper. One more for in here. Maybe this scrunchie. This is black walnut dyed. That will look nice in here with this more colorful paper. So there's those ones. This one, another green. Big wedge of paper. And if you're looking for dyed papers, I have all sorts of lovely ones in my shop. I didn't like specifically announce them on a Sunday share video this past week. Mainly I was just very busy. I didn't have time to do a Sunday share video really, but I also don't plan to do a video every time I update in the shop. If you want to follow my updates, you can do so on Etsy. I also post to my Instagram and typically Facebook pages as well. When I do a shop update. I actually got some yarn spun too, so I've been updating yarn in my shop a bit. I'm trying to do a little more yarn. I haven't had as much time for yarn, but I do like to keep yarn there. I know a lot of my yarn people probably are like wondering if I'm still even making yarn, and I am. It's just not my full-time thing anymore. I've fallen in love with paper, so I want to do both now. Okay, so that is that. I'm going to get one of my lace baskets down. It's overhead here, so just give me one moment. So this is a whole bunch of lace, as you can see. I dyed a ton of lace, and I have had it. This has been sitting up above my head for a long time. It's beautiful though. I've had all this dyed lace that I've been hoarding. It's just amazing, and I think it is so perfect with this book. So I want to cut probably about 10 pieces of it to go in here. So I'll go with one of those, maybe two. Of those. Then maybe some of this. We'll go a couple of these. One. Two. A ton of this, a ton. Let's see. Oof. Holy moly, so much of this. Can't even find the end. Let's just find the end. Here it is. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We'll go a little more of this one because there's so much of it and it's just beautiful. 4. Still remember making all these lovely dye pots. I got all this lace, well, not all of it, but you know, I collect lace, but I got a lot of lace in a couple thrift hauls and then did like huge dye pots. And like, they turned out really gorgeous. Look at that. Ah, yum. That wants to be a slow stitch project. I have so much wedding dress lace too, just the things that we collect, you know. That one. Maybe I'll save that little scrap for something in the project. So that's 1. Okay, 2. Okay, so how many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is 2 per signature, which is what I think I was looking for. So yeah, that's good for lace for this book, I think. Yeah. So I think what I will do is I'll probably decide what pages I want to stitch this on. But I think first I'm going to just take a look here at the size of this. So those pink ones definitely need a bit of a trim. They are a little long, so why don't we just go ahead and take care of that right now with a ruler. Okay. I'll just keep these pretty scraps. It'll be easier to manage not having to have only a few pages that are sticking out all wonky. And I can use the scraps elsewhere. Come along. Oops. Okay, so that will be that. Now I think my next step probably is going to be like getting my stencils and stuff out so that I can work on the back sides of these pages. And I'm also going to do a little bit of collaging, and then once I get all of the pages ready, yeah, that looks pretty good to me in terms of the pinch before the ephemera. That's pretty good. So I'll stencil, and then I will put everything in the book press to just flatten out nicely. I will choose my pages to put this lace on, and then we will be on to mainly the ephemera making stage. So that's the plan. So I think for now that is a video. It's a little video probably, but I just wanted to kind of bring you up to speed on where I am with the Fancy Pantry book. I just love her. Isn't she just the best? Anyhow, I will talk to you next time, and until then, take good care of you. Bye for now.